Good evening. It's 8 o'clock p.m. over here in the Netherlands. It's November 18th, and today we're going to have a look some more at OfficeJS add-ins, and especially to content controls, I think, and something about events. It seems to be not working. But I got some information on that, so I'm going to check that out. So let's first start this show. Welcome back on Soft in Software. Twice a week, I should say. Twice a week. Tuesday and Thursday. Usually on Tuesday, things about .NET, Blazor, and things like that. Thursday, usually OfficeJS, Office in general, and maybe also something like Teams or whatever. Let's go to the code window. So last week we have been looking at something. Let's have a look here in Word. Let's see if that's still in there. In ScriptLab, I remember. Let's open some code there. What do we have over here? Yeah, I think this was the Word snippet where we entering some content controls. Oh, I was also looking at the ID. I gave an error. But anyway, let's because I got a gist from David from Microsoft. He had been looking at the content control events, I think, on Word. See, we can load that. Import. Something like this. Would you like to trust this snippet? Well, that's always a question, but let's trust it for today. So can we pull this out? Well, we can, apparently. That's nice. We can even blow up the font, I think. Or is it just increasing the font type, the window? Insert controls. Insert content controls, modify content controls. So this one inserts the content controls, basically what we also did last week. Kicking in Word and then picking up the paragraphs, load the paragraphs in there, and load them in, content track selection. Set tags all the items into content controls, even and odd. Number of paragraphs, content controls inserted. and then selection change. That should trigger the event. So here it gets the even tags and the odd tags, and counting them. Or at least load the number of items, I think. Then go over each of these items, make the odd ones red, otherwise the other one's green. Even in puts in some HTML there. Set up, insert paragraphs. These are the paragraphs that are used by the code. Let's see if we can dock this again. Yeah. Let's run this. Oh, got it, and I have to run it here. Set up, that will prepare the document. There you are, 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Insert content controls on each paragraph. Yeah, so now if we go to look at the, there you are. Now you notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 content controls. Now modify them and mentioned inserted 4. Now you see that is 1, 2, 3, 4 items with 2 odds, 1, 2, and 2 even items. But if we now go to select, see, select event is not triggered. Let's set it up again. Empty one. Now, what I'm looking for also is what happens if I now create a new content control in here. And then running this one again. Now you have 5 with 1 embedded. Oh yeah, but it's processing paragraphs, not content controls. Yeah, interesting. But the event really doesn't work. It's also not throwing an error. This is interesting code if you HTML there. Some CSS libraries. Beta, so that should be okay. Let's see if there are other events that we can trigger in Word. OfficeJS reference. API reference. Let's go to the Word reference there. There's no separate area, I think, for events, other than on each item there's an option for events, I should think, yeah. So it looks like it's only on content controls. Let's find another one that's in here. Let's see if there are events on content control edit. That's also interesting. Because there should also be an option to, let's see if even, where are his events? There's selection change. Where is it? Initiate. Yeah, there. So what it's doing here is, let's do the same thing here. Copy and then handle selection change. This will be content control edit. Content control edit. Where's my mouse? Content control. Content control edit. Content control. Question is, do we need to content? That's this one. current document equals to document current document load document load options. Document object is a top level. A document object contains one or more sections, control content controls, and the body that contains the something document. Property all. It's the body of the document. All properties. Then we have the event. Document on content control. Let's see, what's the event there? I think it's the same thing because it's does not exist. Where content controls add, run context sync in handler to get the new content control properties. Yeah, I can see that, but also the fact that it's not documented sounds weird. Note that it's recognized as a document. How is that with this one? That's content control. No, this should be current document. Stupid. There it is. On content control edit. And why is this lower caps? Oh, this here as well. Okay. Copy. Let's see. That should be okay. So in this case it's loading the paragraphs, but it's not adding a content control. Modify. This is insert paragraph. And this is insert content controls. So each time there's a content control, insert content control, this should also trigger the handle content control edit. Save. Let's run this. Run in this pane. Set up. Now we have all paragraphs. And then insert. Open console. Insert all these items. That one is working. Edit content control is working. Modify content controls. Now these have been different. Now it's not working for the event, but maybe the event's already gone here, but it should not be gone if we are still in the code. Oh, now I closed it. Code. This is just naming, so it should not be important. Let's have a look. Content selection changed. Let's should be on the content control, if I'm correct. This has an event on this one. Occurs when a selection within the document content control is changed. Within the content control. So does that mean from word to word? Don't think so. Run this. Content control edit. Modify, but it's not the case if I do this. Now I selected something and this is in the same content control. So that doesn't matter. This is on the insert. But when they are inserted, the event is probably I should think I remember from Visto, from Studio Tools for Office, that's when your event handler is not scoped in the global scope, then it will be cleared when the runtime environment is cleared. So you leave this one. That would mean that the event is there will be an event. Content control added event. That's a thing. Content control. Let's see if we can have a look at some other. I think it's this one. Multi-language proofreading. had that configured. So maybe it's an update. Content control event arguments. Content control deleted, selection changed, data changed, content control added. This one works, but this is on the document, I think. So these are the only events in the complete Word document. Content control selection changed. Content control selection change represents the event that the selection in the content control has been changed. But that almost implies that it's on the Word document. Content control data change represents events that the data in the content control has been changed. And what's the data in the content control then? Content control deleted. Is that also in the Word document then? Content control deleted. Enums, go to document. Document has events. Only content control added. Only 2 references. Content control delete, content control added. Now the question is, where do we see the content control added, deleted? So if we have this function, because we have the added, but we also want to see the deleted. 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 Let's see, insert content control. Context sync will bring in the content controls. Oh, that's not what I had in mind. I wanted this one. Then we have to load the content controls. Let content controls equals to context document content controls items Yeah, maybe we only need content controls here. And then we say content controls. Yeah, come on. Content controls. Load. Property name or the collection. And in the case of content control, nullable options. So options is our two overloads. What's the command here? Queues up a command to load specified properties of the object. You must call context sync before reading the properties. Go. Content controls, content control collection. Content control collection, that should imply that we also need to take the items there. This is a single one. tag, get by types, get first. Load options. Content control collection. There you are. Content controls. Queue a command to load the ID property for all content controls. Okay, yeah. But if we add nothing, because it's optional, I think they should completely load here. Content controls load is basically what we do. It's same thing as here, but we don't take one property. Load content controls. Context load content controls. Where is it? This loads all the content controls. Then copy. Where is it there? That should do await context sync. Then go over all content controls. I equals 0, I equals to 1. This for each content control, that content control. Content controls, items that we are enumerating here. We're not doing something with it. We're just picking it up. And if the modulo 2 equals to 0, then we are going to delete the even content control. So that means content control content control delete. There's the undeleted event. keep content true. This means that on creation of the content control, there should be an event added to the content control. So we only do this on the even content controls. Why is the duplicate in there? Did I do that? Here they are inserted. Then the numbers inserted are paragraph items length. Basically, that's not completely true because these are just the paragraphs and not so much the content controls. Then we're picking up the content controls. Insert content controls. Is that duplicated here? Twice. That's not what we wanted. Look at the original copy. Insert content control says just the paragraphs, then the context is synced, and then the selection is changed. At least the event is set here. This is content control. This should be within the loop. Should be added for each content control, is it? So what I would expect. So this one. I think that would be here. Selection changed add. This function. So what this is doing, if you ask me, this will pick up the current document, gets context to sync, so the current document is loaded, then the event handler is set on the current document. You might argue that the current document on content control added should be out of the function scope, but it did work for some reason. So for each paragraph, content control is added, inserted. If the content control, if I equals to modulo 2, then the tag with even is added, otherwise an odd text is added. And the current selection at that time is this. And I would say at that time also add the event handler. Let's sync the context. Paragraphs, items length. Like this. Then we are going to insert content controls, and here they are counting the I would almost say that content controls content control inserted, it would be this. Here it's added here at this time. Then they are inserted with the event handler there. Then we are going to delete the even content controls. You might argue to do the content control thing sync in here outside the loop. This should not be needed. selection event add, so it's saying 4 times the event, and also content control added 4 times. Content controls inserted also 4 times, so that should match. Nothing is changed here. Yeah, these content control, oh, these are no longer content controls anymore. Still the selection is not working. Let's have a look at the code. Because we saw this one 4 times. And then we saw this one 4 times. But this is triggered by what happens if we put this inside the loop? Interesting is that the content control added is after the content control is created. This is no longer content control. This is, and this one is. So what I think is that this one is now assigned to a non-existing content control due to the timing. So what if we split this? Because this one is actually working. So what we don't do here is let's have a look. If we don't keep track of the selection, because why would we? Current track selection, I think that's not interesting. This loads the paragraphs. Then there's 0 inserted content controls. Then let content control that's in here. Content control inserted is bumped up. Then what if we copy this part again? Copy. So first we insert all content controls. For each paragraph. Let's bring this out the loop again. But now we are not going to set tags already. We're going to do that in the next one. Let's first insert all the items, then we have to move this part up. So first we are going to insert all these items. That will be synced to the context. So the content controls will reveal. Then the content controls is the content controls collection. There's the load for the content controls. And sync the context with that. Then for each content control, we're going to tag them. Still, the content track selection is not that relevant, I think, here. Let's do this. So in this case we are going to say console log, where is it? Well, added, that's inserted. Triggered by this one, and the counter is going up. Sync the context in again. That content control, the content control is loaded. Sync it in again. Then for each of the items, we're going to tag them. So let's bring the output there. Tagged. Even. Odd. Then sync it back to the context. Then they are tagged. Then we are going to content controls item length. Pick each of the content controls. And if there's one even, that will be deleted. Still no use of the synced item. That should be handled by the delete. But instead we also need to provide each of these items with on content control where's the delete thing there? Event. That's not used, but that should be done by current document. There's the current document. Current document controls inserted. Collection of content controls. I would say something delete undeleted. Equals to add, that's the event. Oh. That should be the name for the deleted item. This one. Just find a squiggly there. So that should say tag and add delete event. Content control. This should go outside the if, because we do that for both. This will tag it. So again, we first insert the content controls for each paragraph, sync the context, then load the content controls that just were created, and sync the context to make sure you have the updated version. Then we are going to tag them and add a handle there. Then for each content control, if the content control is even, it will be deleted, and in batch so that should give us the delete event, hopefully. Run this. Now we have 4 paragraphs. Now we're going to insert them. All content controls are added. Then we are tag the event. That's interesting. Content control tag event. Even, odd, even, odd. So there are the tags. Then we see there are 2 content controls actually deleted. That's right. And I don't think that if we go and have a look at the developer here, design mode, we have 2 content controls. If I select something in here, nothing is eventing and moving to a different location, so the event's not triggered here. That's actually working. Let's go back to the code. So we need to clean this up in some time. So the last part is still failing with the select because that's not implemented. What if we also add the handle selection changed? Because I think this is not handled anymore. Only one there. So where we also add the delete event, it calls tags. There is delete is executed, but there's the event. So if we do content control on selection changed, also add the handler for selections change in here. This one. So now we have 2 handlers on each content control. One is when it's deleted, and the other should be if we do some selection change. Modify content controls. That's making the red. modifier. Where's the modifier triggered? I think that's a button. There. The change button, that is. Do it in the same pane there. So now we start clean, set up. We have only paragraphs in here and nothing there. Now insert content control on each paragraph. And we did 1, 2, 3, 4 added, and then we tag them even, odd, even, odd. So they are tagged, and then they are deleted. But is the selection change event still in place? I don't think so. So the modifier also does not do anything with the change event. So what if we loop over them? Go back to the code. Because what happens here is we get all the paragraphs, load them in. Then we're going to insert content controls. That's an event. When it's headed executed, this content control edit will be triggered. Then we add events there. Then we delete them. What happens if we do in between? Content control. Doing it again, typo with a cap, not a control. Then we go select. What is the word selection mode? Optional. The selection mode can be select start or end. Can be select, start or end. Well, this should force the content control to be selected before deleted. Maybe that works when we do it in runtime. Setting up. So everything's cleared, no content controls. Then we insert them. There's no selection triggered. So now let's separate the code there. So this is insert content controls. That's a big one. For that reason, I'm going to split them up. Insert content controls should be just doing what it should do. Get current document. Insert content controls there and await sync, and then tell us how many of these items are in there. Where is that? Did we lose that? I think we lost that. So let's bring that back. Insert content controls, that should be in here, they are inserted, and then the context is synced back. Let's see, where's the other one? There's a new one. There's a new day. Where's that going? Word run context. Did I lose that? I think so. Is it content? That should be wrapped up with this one. Like this. Insert content controls, and then we are going to tag the content controls. Each paragraph, traverse each paragraph, each content control of the document and wraps the content control. No. Current document on content control added. That's no longer needed here. This is already done. Paragraphs loaded, no longer needed. Content control inserted. We're not in inserting anymore. As context document, I would say maybe current document. And they will be loaded and synced. Then for each of these content controls, we are going to tag them. And we are adding two handlers. Tag and add events, event handler. This one. This will be tagged. So tagged. Tagged. It's 0. Will be outside the loop. Tagged. There should be content controls tagged. And that should be upped for each of these items. That should also mention something like 4. Copy the complete thing again. Duplicate it. Then we strip the last part here. Tagged. It's already done. We're not going to delete items here. Delete even content controls. Content controls and delete even content controls. Content controls. Start with word one again. Do we need this? I think so. It's a little bit much in overhead because we take it out the scope. collect the content controls again. But now we don't tag them anymore. That's already done. Now we're going to delete some. And we are selecting them as well. Run this in this pane. Oh, we don't have buttons for it. Go back to the code. We should add some buttons in here. Insert content controls. The paragraph here is matching. It's just adding a new paragraph. It's the span. Now we said insert content controls. Now we said tag and add event. On each inserted content control. Let's make that tag and handle. Next one will be delete even content controls. Even content controls. Delete even. Now we have to, where's the IDs on these ones? Insert controls, and this should be tag controls, and this should be delete controls, and then go into the script, because we need 2 more of these. So we have insert controls, that's this one, then we tag one, then we third one, delete one. And that's insert, that should be tag. Delete. And let's run this in this pane. Open the console here, setup, clean, 4 paragraphs. Now we insert content controls. 4 times added, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now tag and handle. Tagged. Tagged even. Interesting is that is first doing the tagging. Oh, that's only the tagging. Do we only tag? 4, then delete. So this one is deleted, this one is still there, this one is deleted, and this one is there. So there's no logging in here either. Here, go to code. So what we see is that it's first mentioning 4 times. Is that because this one? No. This should be tagged and handled. Counting 4. After we delete them, it should report back that we have only 2 left. This is we should bring this lower. Loading the content controls, it should be the length. Length should return 4, I think. Then whenever we delete one, that should be showing that there are 2 left, and now we have a squiggly here. Why do we have a squiggly? That's the if. This should be the for loop, yeah. This should be the that one. And officially you should remove the event also I would say. That's usually what's done. In Visto. Run in this pane. So we set up 4 empty. Then we have 4 content controls added. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to tag and handle. Tag even, tag odd, tag even, tag odd. Content controls tag and handle 4. It should be okay. We look at the developer view design mode. See, this one is even. Odd. And so on and so on. Now let's delete the even. Remaining 2, that's correct. But why don't we see the... We don't see the even event anymore. I think that's because it's out of scope. So what if we take the content controls collection out of the functions? Where's the content controls collection? That's this one. Hi there, got any tips from the beginner how to get better actually thinking through the steps for logic? Is it a secret sauce or it comes with practice and time? Logic thinking. You ever find, that's my stream element things. Logical thinking, you can train that because you have to think through your steps. And that counts for everything you do in life. You have to think ahead what will happen, and so yeah, logic thinking is something that you can train, I think. Yeah, specific for programming, but I think that's for a large part that's experience. And you have to see the flow in the context of the code items. Because sometimes when something is logical to me, it's not logical at all when I'm programming. Yeah, that's I see what you say as what you're saying there, because what we see here as well. When I combine all these items in one code block, then it apparently works. But my experience from the Visual Studio tools for Office coding, I remember that if the events added here are going out of scope from the function, they are basically cleaned up. So my guess is that something happens here as well. So the handle should be not going out of scope. The question is, how do I keep this event alive? Because this one is something called handler. The question is, can we do something like let delete handler, for instance, delete handler equals to this. Because now we have a global scope, and if we put this handler in the content control, the point is the content control gets out of scope. So it's not persisted for some reason. No, this is JavaScript or maybe TypeScript. So definitely not ASP.NET Core, because ASP.NET Core should be C# or VB.NET, something like that. And the Office context is changed from using .NET into JavaScript. It is for that reason they call it OfficeJS as the descriptive name. So apparently it failed if I do this all separate from these items. But if we do things like this combined, where's this bracket coming from? For the for loop, that's okay. So if we bring this over into the previous one, like here, now we are missing something. Content controls are not loaded here. There we need the current document, and the current document is not yet. We do have the current document here. So we can use the content controls from the current document. There. I think We need this as well, yeah. Now everything is back in place. Now put the third part in. The delete part, where we go over the content controls. We already had them. And then the remaining last step, copy, put it in there. Now we have all in one. So for now we need to rename this insert control, content controls, and do it all. Now let's run this in this pane. Set it up. Oh, yeah, this will do it all. Now we see content controls are added and they are tagged and handled. And now the content control event, delete event, did work again. These ones, content control tags, are these events? Which one are the events? Oh, don't do that. Go back to the code. The events in here are content control added, content control deleted, and selection changed. But is the content control added? Was that running? I think so. Yeah, the first part, that was triggered by this. Run again, set up, only paragraphs, insert, 4 content controls were created. So this is an event. What? Oh, we have to clear this first. Apparently this looks like it's sorted. That explains why this is in specific order. Outer scroll. So if we close this again, go back to the code. Oopsie. So the delete event triggered by this is not working when we do this in separate contexts. And for me, I think this is caused because the event is added in the second step. So let's try this out, because the third step, the deletion part, this part, if we take that out again and replace that with a button, because it's exactly the same thing, eh? Content control load. Let's run this. So we set it up again. We have 4 paragraphs without content controls. Now we are going to insert the content controls and tag them. Now you see 4 content controls. And if you select one and we go into developer properties, then you see that it's tagged as well. You see it added 4 times and the tag thingy passed by, 4 tags and handles. But now the trick is if we delete the even content controls, the delete event is not triggered. And I think the reason is because we moved out of scope and the handler is not persisted. Where is it? Script lab code. The question is, can we persist it if we have the content controls that we're loading here? Can we persist those? So if you have content controls and bring that out of here, what's that? The collection, edit, and the second one will be this one. Yeah, content controls. That should be let content controls. So can we say something like this? So it's no longer created within the function, but it's collected to the global environment. And then content control length still going on. Then we don't have to collect them anymore because we already have them. That means this can go out. The question is, are these content controls updated whenever this is handled? So this is still commented out, so let's run and see if it fails or not. Set up for plain paragraphs, then insert them. We have 4 items in there, 4 handles. Now we're going to delete them. That's working, but the event still is not in there. It's just saying 2 items remaining. Google Word event handlers not persisted. Well, open from SharePoint, that's too specific. Word post save event. work with events using Excel API. There you see that's OfficeJS repo. Until the user closes the session. Event handler best practices with corresponding documentation. Cited documentation thread, and that's this one. No. There's no documentation on this. Outdated add-in events. An event handler is created when add-in registers the event handler. It's destroyed when the add-in unregisters the event handler or when the add-in is refreshed, reloaded or closed. Event handlers do not persist as part of the Excel file or across sessions with Excel Online. When an object to which events are registered is deleted, for example a table with the own exchange event, that's basically what we say here. Because the object is removed. If I go to the code again, this content control, that's not stored anywhere. That's not persisted. You would think that this would be persisted somehow. What to do, what to do. What if we create something like an array or something? Store multiple objects in an array. Google top 3, what's this? Top 3 schools, JavaScript, array, array name is something. Arrays are objects. Sort them. Adding array elements. Push. Where's the push again? Push. So what will we do? Maybe you can try something like equals as an empty array. That content control that will fail here. Content control collection. Loading the content controls for each, and then push content control. Yeah, collection. No, it should be content control, this one. Content controls in collection. Length. Now instead of collecting content controls again in the delete part. Question is, can we do that? Is this used? This is not even used here, I think. Oh, it is. There. But we are now not using this. We are using, well, let's put that back and just tag this in comments. This should be content control collection. Where is it? Sure why I'm doing this in this one, because that's not the one. Do this. There should be content control collection. Question is, will it also delete this from the document if we do this? I doubt it, but run this. Clear. Insert content controls for content controls. Added and tagged. And now delete them. See, that's not working because this is working on the copied objects, I think. Question is, if we do something like this, developer, can we just delete this? See, now also the delete event not running. create, and then tag. So my guess is that if we do something similar with the selection, that should also function doing this. Selection. Current document, and then we have to fix this again. Controls, content controls. That should be content controls, items, length, content controls, items, length, content controls, items, don't make typos there. I do a selection in here, but that's not working. Save. To do. Good evening. Yeah, good night. Depends on where you are. Over here it's 22:21, so that's 10 p.m. 10:21 p.m. Let's run this in this pane. How are you doing? Set this up for empty, not empty, for plain paragraphs. Greetings from Turkey. I've been there once, I think, in my life, in Bodrum, but that's obviously a tourist place, and I was a tourist at the time. 4 plain paragraphs, and now we are going to insert content controls in here. Oh, and automatically cleaning 2 of these items. And now the delete event is actually triggered here. Perfect choice for a summer holiday. I know. But we were not able to do that the past years because of these COVID-19 issues. And we are already in the Netherlands at a high peak all-time infection count for the day, 23,000 or something. And we don't have that many people living here, 17 million or something. So that's a high count. So the question is, why is this content control deleted event not working when we take it out in a separate button? So either it's not persisted, but it should be. Let's have another look there. I overlooked something. Yeah, but my expectations is that it won't be gone very soon, because we're not even in the winter time, and usually when the flu is in the winter, it's also peaking. So I think COVID-19 will see another peak in winter time. So when I run this in line with the previous things that's working, well, there's the context sync. Yeah, if I can answer the question, I'm not a JavaScript hero, so to say, but you can always try, bring on the question and see if we can get that handled. Maybe if we bring the sync whenever we do the adding the event, then take this one out. Oh. Okay, route to post admin dashboard. This is a routing issue. I have this, which includes a JSON file. So you're uploading a file, is that what you're doing? I was trying to run this. Set up for paragraphs, then do the insert of the content control. Now we have 4 content controls. Yeah, I'm not really a Python developer. So now I created 4 content controls here, and now I took that out of the flow, and now I'm going to delete them separately. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't probably can't help you with that, because from origin I'm a .NET developer like C# or VB and things like that, but Office add-ins have been transformed into OfficeJS. OfficeJS code like JavaScript, TypeScript. So that was already a learning experience for me, but it's getting better with that. But Python is something that I've actually never used. I did some things with React, but also this tiny small thingy. Next I will be deleting the event content controls, and the event is not triggered again. So that's kind of strange. Why is this part? This will be okay because this is using the same collection. What? This is no longer needed. Yeah, I'm sorry that I can't help you with that. Is it for work or for school, or what are you doing with it? If we move this to a separate function, the event handler, Visto, the objects containing the handlers moved out of scope. The handler destroyed. Yeah, let's leave that out. So if we run this, this one is using the same collection as that we collected here, while in the new button in the button handler we creating the content control collection again, and apparently the handler is not in there. Because I'm pretty sure that if we do something like let's first fix this current content control item length. Where is it? Apparently I deleted something here. Tagged. So I'm pretty sure that if we do this, copy this and bring that in here, no, not here, the delete part. If I do this, run in this pane. Set up, clean paragraphs, insert all these items, edit and events, and then we are deleting. Also the delete part not put in here. Where is the there? Run it again. Clear. Insert all the items. Then delete. Now the content event handler is back. But that's cheating because we just put it in the code itself. So now the onDeleted is back. That means that the control here from this controls items. So the items are not in the context. Is that what is going on? What if we do something like items? So what if we do this and we load content controls items? That's not allowed. That's that should be string. Because we're working here with items, but we also handle load. Until the command marker. we have a handle selection change there. Also, when you delete items, you should be doing that the reverse, the other way around. But even that's not the case in here. This will reinstate the handler, but it should have been persisted from the previous but function. Let's do the controls items. Show that console log. It's basically a duplicate from the previous call. Plus so we'll probably just say 2. Set up for clean paragraphs, insert, and 2 deleted. And why does it say 4 controls in there? Because we didn't sync. Where is it? Do we need to load the content controls again? This one is deleted. But if we load this again, now it's true again. Because it's actually loading from the document. So you really have to be careful, because if you delete it here, this apparently, well, it's executing it, but it's not loading content controls back in. You have to refresh that again. These ones are still tagged, probably with odd. Indeed. Could also say in here, if content control tag even run in this pane, clear, do the whole thing. See, that also works. If we extend it with some with a second run, now this should do it only 2 times, but also delete the 2 final ones. Set up for clear paragraphs. Insert them. And control delete is still working. see the delete part here. What is missing there? Current document is in the context document. We're loading all of this document and syncing it back. Content controls are current document, that's still in there. And we load the content controls items. No, that was not working. That's this one. This is performed. Comment it out until there. Oh. Run this. Now we have a button process again. Clean. 4 remaining. Deleting. That's gone. These 2 are in, but the handler did not trigger. So if I take out the code here, tag and handle. The tag and handle should be done. Should not be done. Code. Why is it still visible? Because it's in the HTML, I just took out the handler. Should take this one out. Now the delete handler is not handled. HTML. Restore the commented code. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We're going to wrap this up. Let's go to the code here. Let's save this as my new public gist. View and GitHub. Good. Well, not good, because if we run the code in one function, then it's all working. But when we split it up, that's not working. Good, let's wrap this up. We saved it as a gist, so everyone can go to my GitHub, gist.github facebook.com/aafvastam. There it is. Copy, bring that in the code window. Interesting, the bot is responding immediately. Good, let's wrap this up. Close all these windows. This is closing Word. Don't save it, because it will be there next time when we just use the gist. So go back to the main window. So thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe or follow if you are still watching on YouTube or on Twitch. And next Thursday we probably will do some more OfficeJS development there, or testing it at least. And on Tuesday we will continue working on my website. I can quickly show that again. www.softsinsoftware.com. We created the menu in here, and it has the jump out to the blog site, but this needs more work. We need more items in there, and we also need the YouTube videos in there, like what we did with the sdncast.nl, showing the individual live streams, and even when the stream is going live. But that's more for later. That will be next Tuesday, doing some more on that. So thanks for watching again. See you later, and have a nice weekend if we don't see each other anymore. Thanks, and bye bye.